Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And with that, let's get into the episode. So, unfortunately this week I didn't really have a whole lot of time to progress the series and make progress on the world. Part of that was due because I had a physics test this week. So most of my extra time, unfortunately, was spent towards preparing for that. So because I didn't have any extra time this week, we basically are doing all of our progress live today. Although, I don't know for how long we're going to play. It might be a little bit longer than normal. So just kind of bear with me a little bit on that front. We do have to move everything down as mentioned earlier in order for everything to fit properly. Why? Okay. This whole thing needs to shift down. And then this whole thing needs to shift down. This is one annoying thing with the rails, is trying to get things lined up. No. Control Shift D. I will say I like the Control Z, Control C. Basically, just all your normal macros that exist. Or I guess shortcuts, not macros. Either way, they're still incredibly handy. All things considered. Okay. So our goal today is to hopefully get this station working, because we do have the 1x whatever trains. I think they're 1x2x1s. Yeah, 1x2x1s. So hopefully, ideally, we can get them functioning today. I can't just have this go down. Can I? Oh. Yeah, I guess we did. Right. So everything's there. Everything should be functioning and working now, more or less. It is important to note, however, we are going to need capacitors on this island. So we'll probably have to stick them here under all these rails over here. Which shouldn't be too bad. So what I'm thinking for this functionality, and I kind of briefly mentioned it, is I think we're going to get rid of this line here. We're actually going to have it go up and over, and then we're going to have the other lines come in. Oh. Or no. This line, the 141s, these guys are going to come down around. Yeah, we're going to do that. I see what I planned. I see the vision. Don't worry. Okay. So these guys, these are the bigger trains, because these guys are 141s, and we are going to use rocket fuel to help kind of compensate for the fact that we only have one locomotive on each end. Okay. So then, get rid of these, because we don't need them here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Because this will be the input and return line, so we'll get rid of this connection here, so that way these trains are essentially on their own loop as they come in and out of the station here. Okay. We might have to rework it a little bit in case there are any deadlocks. I don't expect this line to actually ever continue this way. So I'm not too concerned with the spacing on things. I will say, being able to place things in deep ocean or deep oil, I strongly recommend you get that research. If you are on Flagora, it is, in my opinion, a very must-have research, so your rail lines don't look like spaghetti. Okay. So these guys are placed. So the second ones go like that, and then these ones go like that. Okay. Actually, we are gonna steal one of these, because I need to figure out where this train is going. Because technically, they are coming in the opposite direction, which actually might mean... What on earth? Why? Oh, I don't like that. Why does it work this way but not the other way? Can we still do these? Because I need to see why the signals are doing the thing they're doing. Ow. Ruh-roh. That might be a little bit of an issue. Slash a designing oversight. Opposite directions are off by 1. Okay. So we need to factor that into our design somehow. I mean, we do have a little bit of space. We can move to the right a little bit. Okay. So then from these trains onto these trains. We'll say that position. So then... Let's see. I want to see if I can redesign it in this space. Okay. So then these 3 map to these 3. I mean, that works. Why do these undergrounds not go anywhere? They should. Oh, because we're missing the upper left hand. I'm like, what on earth? That's why. Okay. Okay, so then for these ones, it looks kind of like that. And then we need this to come over. Ooh, but it can't. At least not here. It can't bridge there. Okay, so interesting design that we have to now figure out how to make it work. Okay, well, let's start here. We know we need these. We then know it likely is going to look like that. So if we can somehow manage to get... The problem is the blue one won't go all the way under. Because ideally we need it to be here, and then it would go up. But that won't work because it will only stretch to there. We could stretch it like here, here. Like that. Okay, let's rework these bottom ones first. Okay. H. Okay. Yeah, see, because there's a problem. We really need it to be in this space here. Is there a way we can do that? Can we compact this down at all? See, I like these sorts of challenges where it's like, yeah, sure, I guess I could try to like just widen it and that would solve some of my problems. But then I have to move the rail, and moving rail once it's down is not the most fun thing. Okay. We need it to be on this tile. Because even if I put it here, it won't be able to... I can't get it there. Because it would have to be there, which just won't work. Okay. Other options. Other options. Can we redesign... If we can redesign this section, then it would help us. I mean, okay. What if we did something like that? It gives us 2 tiles. And then it would let us do something like this. And it would work. It may or may not work. It should. It should. I don't see why this wouldn't work. Because these 3 are still going there. It still curves. Interesting. What? Oh, because this is the top one and that's the bottom one. I see why it's different. This guy would be like that. So it would literally just be a dual copy. Okay. And then the difference would be instead of going there, it goes there. And it works. Okay. Kind of. It looks very squirrely. Okay. Well, we found a maybe solution, so we're just gonna go ahead and gut this. We're then gonna copy and paste this guy. We are then gonna go rotate. Interesting. Why is that not lining up? That's a great question. Because it should be. Oh no, because this technically wouldn't fit there anymore. Like that. Well, we'd stick it right there. Because that's unobstructed. Because that lines up, this lines up, and then this guy goes like that. Okay, so then this end one here should function now. Although I do need... Oh, actually, it might not function because I need to place a rail station right here. No! Well, actually, that's fine, because this... We didn't rework this top one, so this top one we can... gut. Oh yeah, well, I didn't quite mean to do that. But... that will give us... some options, because instead of going down below, I think we go above, like that. And then it solves our problem, like so, quite neatly, if I do say so myself. And if we wanted to keep it the pattern, we could do that. Okay, well that works. I think we have a pretty solid design there. So let's go ahead and get this copied down to here. Actually, unless everything's already connected, in which case that'd be awesome. I think it is. We'll find out in actual testing. So we do now need to go grab... Or we have to finish connecting this up. Thankfully, this isn't going to have a stacker. This is just... trains. Because these are... Really, this is a transfer station. Technically, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 6, 3, so 9. Plus these 3 is 12. However, I don't think we are going to... Until we scale up the actual scrap input on this end, I don't think it makes sense for us to do that. Per se. Although, we are, I think, going to have a stacker on this side. There's going to be some reworking of the inputs and outputs on this, I think. Because we want a stacker full of ore going into the unloading here. We then want a stacker for the trains waiting to pick up ore. We then want a third stacker for trains coming back from the mines waiting to drop off their ore, if that makes sense. So we need 3 stackers. This one for these. We need one probably over here for these guys to go into. And then we need likely one more probably over here. Or no, probably right here for trains coming in, waiting. We'll probably just build it vertically and they'll come down and in. Because we could probably use pretty close to that and then go from there. At least that's kind of the ballpark plan. So let's go ahead and get this guy connected up. Shouldn't be too difficult to connect everything, because there's only 4. Yes. Okay, cool. And then... yeah. Because realistically, we're going to have... okay. So there's this segment that's going to be leaving, and then this segment from which... See, I don't want it like that. I want it... definitely not like that. Like that. That works actually really well. It does take a second to get used to these. Systems that they've introduced, like the above rail. And I've talked about it before. My brain is still working in like 2 dimensions with this. Thinking, oh, I can't do that. But it's like, no, yeah, I can. Okay. I think that looks right. It does not look right. That looks fine. Okay. So that's connected up. So technically now, based on this, trains can now process the ore from this transfer station to here. However, as you can see, none of the depots are hooked up yet. So we still have to do that. We also have to figure out how are we going to do fuel. There's a little bit of space right here. We could probably do fuel. Ugh. I'm in the middle of drinking my coffee, so I am slowly waking up. And we don't have any accumulators. Oh, yeah, we do. We have a few. So I guess let's figure out where they're going to go. We do have to figure the fueling problem out, though. Because if our trains are here, like that, it's actually really easy to fuel these ones. There's plenty of space for us to route like a little train, like just a 1x1 in here, offload a bunch of fuel and go just this way. However, these train cars, these ones underground for days, pretty simple. These ones are going to be the problematic ones because, for instance, how do we access this train that's going to be about right here? It's gonna be interesting. The fueling question will probably have to come next. But I think we might be able to snake it down. In all honesty, I think we probably can snake it. Let's see. Well, because they're all going to look like this. So if we can solve it here, we can solve it anywhere. Okay. Why was I assuming I could snake it here when I can't? What? Something is off. Can you spot what's off? These 3. Oh, because we didn't put this left hand. That's why it's so open on these ones, because this one does have the left hand. So I'm like, oh, I can just come down and through, and bam, fuel. But that's not the case here. We have, oh, we're not in map mode. We can bring fuel down, here. But then it needs to somehow come through here. This train we can just fuel externally, but internally, if this was in the inside like this guy, because this whole monstrosity of stuff is basically going to exist here, so to speak. So then we have to figure out how do we route fuel through this. in such a way that allows us to get fuel down and through. We could try. We could try. Yeah, because there's just no way we can jump the fuel through. Okay, so then if these guys can't get fueled here, we could add in a fueling station to there. I haven't done one of those before, but we could. We might have to use interrupts or something. So, like, if you're low on fuel, go to the fueling station, but otherwise ignore it, sort of thing. So that's going to be an interesting design. We are going to have to figure out how to fuel those. The bigger trains here, these guys we can fuel. We're probably going to just fuel them here then, because there's just a lot more space, and then we don't have to worry about trying to route a secondary train over here. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is we're going to have to route a train from over here to up here to bring rocket fuel and stuff. Honestly, we don't need to do that if that's the case. Like, if we're not even going to fuel these guys at all, then I'm not gonna worry about trying to do that. So we probably won't do fueling on the transfer station. Instead, the 1x2x1s will have to probably have a fueling station over here somewhere. We'll likely mine this, and I'll just ship it manually. I probably won't do an elaborate thing like this. This one's only super elaborate because it's 67 million. That's gonna last us a little while. But yeah, we'll probably put a refueling station here. So we will still likely need a small train, but it's literally probably just gonna be a because rocket fuel is it does need water. Okay, I was gonna say we could probably just put it anywhere we want. And in all honesty, we might even just be able to put it on that island. But no, we need water, which means we need ice, which means we need scrap. Okay. So yeah, we'll just produce the rocket fuel here and then push it over there. Okay, that's fine. I think we are gonna go ahead and call it for today. I know today was mainly just spent debugging this a little bit. Some of you probably thought it was a little bit interesting. I'm sure some of you guys have your own designs and ideas for transfer stations like this. Other people probably didn't find it as interesting, but hey, I hope you guys still learned something. If you guys did, you guys know to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Consider subscribing, as it really helps out the channel. And with that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.